From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, July the 19th, 2018. Several mortar shells were launched from Gaza today at IDF forces at the Gaza fence and at southern Israel. 2 mortars were fired at IDF forces near the Gaza border fence. There were no injuries there. Shortly after, 3 mortars were fired at southern Israel. At least 2 of them landed in the Eshkol Regional Council in an open area. No damage or injury was reported. Red alert sirens sounded across the council, sending thousands of Israeli residents running for bomb shelters. The IDF responded to the attacks with tank fire at Hamas terror targets in Gaza. Earlier today, an IDF drone shot at a group of Palestinians in Gaza who were launching incendiary devices over the Gaza fence into Israel. One of them was said to have been killed in the strike, and terror group Hamas claimed he was one of their members. 3 others launching the devices were injured. Last night, Hamas denied reports that it gave orders to their members to reduce the amount of arson devices being flown over the fence and said the attacks would continue until the blockade on Gaza is lifted. Hundreds of flaming balloons and kites were flown over the border yesterday, sparking at least 20 fires on the Israeli side. Well, Israel's Knesset passed the controversial nation-state law today in a vote of 62 to 55 with 2 abstentions. The law cements certain elements into law, like Israel being the national home of the Jewish people, as well as symbols including the flag, national anthem, and official language as Hebrew. Some clauses of the law have caused outrage among many in Israel and abroad, like changing the status of Arabic, considered one of Israel's official languages, to having a special status. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, whose Likud party introduced the law, called its passage a defining moment. Netanyahu said Israel is the nation-state of the Jewish people that respects the individual rights of all its citizens. This is our state, the Jewish state. This is our nation, language, anthem, and flag. A number of Jewish American organizations have criticized the law. The American Jewish Committee said they were concerned by the downgrading of the Arabic language, as well as by the clause regarding Jewish settlement as a national value. Rabbi Rick Jacobs of the Union for Reform Judaism said it was a sad and unnecessary day for Israeli democracy. Jacobs said the damage that will be done by this new nation-state law to the legitimacy of the Zionist vision and to the values of the State of Israel as a democratic and Jewish nation is enormous. We will have more on this issue on tonight's In the News with Mark Golub. A conservative rabbi in Israel was arrested today for performing a marriage ceremony. In an unusual occurrence, Rabbi Dov Chayun was taken from his home by police early this morning for questioning over wedding ceremonies he conducts outside of the chief rabbinate. While only the ultra-Orthodox rabbinate is allowed to perform weddings in Israel, it is not a law that is normally enforced. But according to a spokesperson for the Masorti, or conservative movement in Israel, a complaint was filed against the rabbi by a local rabbinical court, who accused Chayun of performing weddings for couples prevented from marrying under Jewish law. Chayun was questioned for several hours, then released. Police claimed the rabbi had ignored an earlier summons. Chayun called the incident unpleasant. He said the police have been dragged into serving the Orthodox Rabbinical Court. This is a sad day for Israeli democracy. Yesterday marked the 24th anniversary of the bombing of the AMIA Jewish Center in Buenos Aires that left 85 people dead and hundreds injured. A central commemoration event took place in the city in front of the AMIA building, with family members as well as government officials present, including Argentina's Vice President Gabriela Michetti. A Jewish man wearing a kippah was attacked Tuesday night in France. The 69-year-old was reportedly hit, pushed, and dragged by his hair as he was walking into a kosher bakery in Paris by a young Arab man who also shouted anti-Semitic threats. This according to the National Bureau for Vigilance Against Anti-Semitism. The U.S. House of Representatives approved a bill yesterday named for Elie Wiesel. The bill passed overwhelmingly, 406 to 5. It makes combating genocide official U.S. policy. The bipartisan Elie Wiesel Genocide and Atrocities Prevention Act was spearheaded by Republican Ann Wagner of Missouri and Democrat Joe Crowley of New York. A similar bill is being considered by the Senate. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, July the 19th. At 7 o'clock, it's Talmud study. At 8, a look at the Six-Day War. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with actor-director Mike Burstein on L'chaim. At 10:30, it's New Jewish Cinema. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's In the News with Mark Golub, speaking more on the controversial nation-state bill passed today in Israel's Knesset. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, July the 19th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.